What's going on, everybody? Nerd of the 90s here, and I've returned back to the desert, Arizona. And whew, it was quite the trip over there in California. I really didn't miss the weather, and I missed everything about it too, including the food. My God, the food was amazing, though. I went to go eat at a really good taco place that they keep mentioning over there at California. That they were saying that it's one of the best tacos that you'll ever have, and that was actually Tacos Birria San Marcos. And wow, it was amazing, and it was delicious, and it was one of my favorites. Went to Santa Monica, had a great time. Spent time with my family there. Went to Knott's Berry Farm. Also had an amazing time though. I didn't want to go, but at the same time I was like, screw it, I'll go. And I did went on a couple of rides, and after that I just called it a day. Knott's Berry Farm was a lot of fun, and without a doubt it was one of my favorite places to go. And even though I wanted to go to Disneyland, but I was like, cool, I'll just go to Knott's Berry Farm. And Knott's Berry Farm was actually a lot of fun, and indeed it was. And yeah, so, and also I didn't actually put up anything about any videos or some sort like that, so I just started off like, saying just screw it, let's just talk about like E3 though. Even though I wanted to go to E3, and I didn't have my chance to do it too, so, and you know what, for good reason, good thing I didn't went, because this E3 was a bit disappointing, and it really did sucked. But two press conferences really did manage to shut everybody up, and I was shocked with one of them though, which we'll get to later. So let's just start off talking about E3 2019 with all the press conferences. So let's start off with the very first one that they did first, which was EA. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order absolutely looks great, and in my opinion, I really am looking forward to this game, and I want to try it out badly, because this is actually like, let's just say a fan game that everybody wanted for quite some time, and it shows that, let's just say, Respawn like knows exactly what the fans want, and they want to give it to them. And believe it or not, it's not made by the DICE engine, which is the Frostbite engine, and here it's like the Unreal engine, and it looks beautiful, but it's not as beautiful as the other games, like, which is from the DICE games. But here it stands out though, because the combat, it feels similar to Dark Souls though, but I hope it's not going to be like Dark Souls, like an old man meter doing this and that, but it focuses more like on the saber dueling and stuff like that. And then there's a bit of platforming in some areas though, and I'm looking forward to it too, so I give props to that too. And I think his name is Cameron Monaghan. I think he would be a really good Jedi character too, so I'm looking forward to it too. And then also Forrest Whitaker, who did play a role in Star Wars Rogue One. I'm looking forward to see what he actually has done, even though he was a bit ruined in the movie Rogue One. And then they actually talked about Battlefield 5 and their expansion, stuff like that. They're going to be adding Africa, they're going to be adding an island, which to me, I think they're going to be involving the Japanese, the Americans, which is actually a lot of fun though. And then there was another map that I forgot to mention too, that they're going to be adding in. Oh yeah, it's Greece. Greece, they're adding that in, and it looks like great maps and stuff like that. But there's nothing more that I can say about it too, because I'll say this right now. The campaign was really good though, but it just needed one more story to add it in. Maybe like Pearl Harbor, or maybe at least adding in the Russians, what they were doing after World War II was happening, or how like, like a a moment where you have like, what's the name of the movie? It is the movie, forgot the name of the movie though, but you guys know what I'm talking about too. Dunkirk. Dunkirk was actually the movie that I really wanted to talk about, like that, like have a moment where, like, what did the soldiers do after the invasion of Dunkirk, even though we got a taste of it in Christopher Nolan's Dunkirk though. But I would love to see like a video game adaptation of like what really happened to Dunkirk here in Battlefield 5, but we never did. But you know what, I'm actually looking forward to it too, because they added some new maps, some adding in the Japanese, the Americans, and also I think they're adding the Greek people too in, and I think they are adding the Russians in too, so I don't know, it's rumored, so let's see how it is. And yeah, Sims 4, I could care less, but even though they're kind of caring about it, I was like, okay, whatever. Not much about Anthem, which I kind of feel bad though, because they say they are doing something and they're not doing anything. And I looked up on Twitch, and yeah, 120 people are watching people play Anthem, and that's sad. That's really sad. Madden and FIFA, I don't care, whatever. So yeah, and that ends for EA though. As for Xbox, let's talk about the Outer Worlds, and it looks like it's gonna be like this. If Fallout 76 was just bad, let's just say like Outer Worlds is definitely gonna be Obsidian's biggest game that they're gonna be doing, and from the looks of it, it looks like it's gonna be an amazing game, and I really am looking forward to it too. So let's see how it is. I don't think it's an Xbox exclusive, so I'll see how it goes. Kind of sucks that they didn't announce Fable too. So Fable was MIA too, so we never got anything from Fable. So it's kind of sad. They did announce the new Battletoads game, which is made by Rare, and fans are complaining about it. Why does it look like it's made from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Why is the combat like this? Why is this? Why is that? I was like, here's the thing, guys. Be happy that Battletoads is back, and from the looks of it, it looks like it's going to be an amazing game. It's now 3-player co-op, and they also have that very hard section where, like where you're writing on that really, the famous section where you guys were writing in down, stuff like that, trying to dodge the obstacles. But here they made it like, kind of like in third person, but like you can see like the obstacles so you can dodge them as fast as you can. So you can at least pretty much just keep your reflexes in check. And yeah, and that's about it too. But also the Xbox Game Pass too, which I thought to me, it's kind of like, since Xbox have not been delivering really good exclusive, at least their Game Pass here, any kind of game you want, you can play it for like $14.99 for anything. You get Xbox Live for PC, and for anything it's $14.99. And you know what? I think I'm gonna sign a subscription, and I'm down to playing it too, because I want to play other games that I actually have never had the chance to play too. So even though I'm a physical copy kind of guy, because I like to buy the physical copies of the game, and I'll give it a shot. So yeah, and then even though I'm like 20% less on my gigabytes too, because I'm running out of freaking room too. So let's see how it goes from there. And also Flight Simulator 2019. Wow, it looks beautiful. And this is Xbox's big thing that they've been doing, and from the looks of it, I think you can pretty much just fly pretty much everywhere. You can fly through New York, the hills, everywhere, California. It looks amazing. But let's see what happens soon enough, because it looks like it's going to be a beautiful and breathtaking game, but let's see what happens from there. Also, Psychonauts 2, which now the developers who are now owned by Microsoft. Now, Tim Schafer, let's just say this too, he makes amazing games. I never played any of them, but I've seen walkthroughs and I've seen everybody play it, and they're amazing. Psychonauts is an amazing game. I hope they do a re-release too, because I never played any of the Psychonauts game, but I heard it's pretty much, let's just say, a reflection of your conscience and how it feels like to be living, and it's kind of like that too. And Psychonauts looks like it's going to be the biggest thing that Tim Schafer is going to be announcing, and I think this will please fans a lot who play the Psychonauts series. So I really am looking forward to it too. And yeah, Dragon Ball Project Z, the RPG, Kakarot Saga, it looks amazing, and it plays the Saiyan Saga, the Frieza Saga, and it looks like to be amazing though. And I don't know much about it too, because they only show a snippet of it, like what really happens and stuff like that. You get to see the ordinary stuff, like what happens in Dragon Ball Z. But here's the thing. What if scenarios? Since it's an RPG, I want to see some what if scenarios. What happens if this happens? 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 Like that. And they didn't show much of it, which I was a little disappointed though. But I am looking forward to the game though, because that one's coming out in early 2020. So, alright, Bandai Namco, let's see what you guys got in store, because I feel bad for Bandai Namco, because they have a contract of making a new Dragon Ball Z game every year, but from the looks of it, I think it's every 2 to 3 years, even though they got one released this year, which was Jump Force, which I heard was disappointing. So, I feel bad for them. And then also, 12 Minutes looks like to be a really cool game where you kind of if you guys are probably wondering, it's a bit like Groundhog Day, like the day repeats itself and you're trying to correct yourself to see what you can do. It's a little bit like Happy Death Day. It's kind of sort of like that too, and you got to try to find a way to at least what if scenarios too. And to me, it looks like it's going to be an amazing game though. But if it's exactly 12 minutes long, I'm going to be like, wow, Microsoft, that's short. But I want to see what happens next too, and I want to try the game out too, because you gotta give credit to the indie developers. They're doing an amazing job too. And then also, this one underwhelmed me a lot it did. And this was Gears 5. They only show Kate Diaz pretty much. Let's just say her, like, going through a lot in her head. Like, she's thinking about, like, about her lineage, like seeing that her mother is pretty much related to the queen of the Locust. And I don't know, it just her. It's like her personality, like, like choosing a side between everybody. And let's just say the trailer was a bit cringy though. And what's so sad too is that we don't get any gameplay footage at all. But we get another thing too from Gears of War, which was actually the escape mode, which is a horde mode, which is escape mode, where you start in one area and you're fighting your way through to get out of there as much as you can, because you got taken away by the Locust, or should I say, it's taken away by the Locust, and you're trying to run away from them as much as you can, and you're fighting against hordes of them, and you're trying to find a way out too in order to get saved by everybody. And it looks like it's going to be a really good co-op game, and I think you're going to be doing this online too. And from the looks of it, it looks like it's going to be an amazing game too. And then also, Terminator is going to be part of this too. And I'm like, okay, they signed a brand deal with Dark Fate, Terminator movie. And I don't know about the movie though. But this one, it seems okay though. But let's see what happens from there too. So I am looking forward to it too. So Gears of War 5, I saw trailer scenes of like JD reacting to the new character that just shows up. And we don't even get to see any gameplay footage of like the main game, which kind of sucks. And what really happened to JD and his eye, and how the way he kind of like messed up his hand, and why he got the haircut and the scar, it's a bit convoluted. So I don't know. I just hope Gears 5 manages to at least sell copies and at least get the attention for all the gamers. And because Gears of War 4 was overlooked, and I'm a huge Gears fan, and it kind of sucks that it never got the attention it deserved. And this game reminded me of like The Force Awakens. So let's see what happens. And yeah, and then also it got a Funko game, which is a strategy phone game, which, yeah, microtransactions, so yeah, let's see how it goes from there, because the Funko game looks so and so. And yeah, whatever. Dying Light 2 looks like to be a pretty good game, though. We get to see a little bit of gameplay of how the game's going to look like and what the story is all about. And plot twist though, you're infected and you're pretty much fighting against the zombies while you're infected. And I don't know if you're going to be fighting against the humans. And I don't know, I never played Dying Light 1, but I did see Rad Brad's full stream or full walkthrough of the game, and it looks like it's an amazing game though. But I want to see what really happens, because since Dying Light had an expansion pass and we get the true ending of the game, and there's two different kinds, we don't even know which one is canon. So let's see what happens from there. So yeah, and who knows if we're going to be hearing from Roger Craig Smith from this game, because since he played a huge role in the game, so let's see what happens. Forza Horizon 4, I was a bit shocked that they were going to announce the Forza Motorsports 8, and thankfully, Turn 10 Studios took this note from me and from other gamers. Stop releasing a new Forza game every single year. You're going to run out of ideas fast, and Forza Motorsport 7, believe it or not, kind of like was the nail in the coffin for the Forza Motorsport series, and from the looks of it, the Horizon series is the one that's going strong for the Forza series. And what's so funny is that they expanded it and they're adding Legos. Everything is awesome. And I think the idea was kind of dumb, but at the same time, it's pretty good. And the part where they revealed a Lego car, that was amazing. And they add Lego worlds and stuff like that, a Lego racetrack, Lego people, Lego this, Lego that. It's everything Lego. And I give props to Turn 10 Studios and Microsoft. It looks like it's going to be a really good expansion. And it's going to be releasing on as of this video in a couple of days. So what kind of sucks is that I did play the game. I played the demo. I did rent it. I finished it, and it was an amazing game, though. I really want to own it, though, because I never played Forza Horizon 3. I did play the demo, but I didn't fully play the game. Forza Horizon 4 was actually a good change of good breath of fresh air from the Motorsport series, and from the looks of it, they are expanding even more on it, and I'm actually glad. And yeah, I don't know if I might get it soon, so yeah. And then also, Sega is releasing Phantasy Star Online after 7 years of being released in Japan. Now we finally got a West release, and Sega, believe it or not, is kicking butt this year. Team Sonic Racing was a really good and solid game. The Total War series is actually making a really good comeback with Three Kingdoms. And then also we got Judgment coming out this month, which we didn't get to say anything about it too. So And we got Phantasy Star Online coming out, which is absolutely amazing, though. And we finally got it here in the United States, which is absolutely amazing. So I hope this gets the attention for new fans and other fans from the series. And let's see how it goes, because Sega, believe it or not, is making a huge comeback, and I'm happy for them too. Also, Crossfire, it looks interesting. That's all I can say, though. It looks like a new and interesting concept of a new game, but I want to see gameplay. That's about it too. And what kind of sucks is that we didn't see much of it too, and it kind of made me furious. And that's about it too. And that really just made me mad. And after that too, we got Borderlands 3. We don't get any gameplay demo or anything like any gameplay and stuff like that. We just see like what's the story and everything like that. And then we get Xbox Game Pass, that you can play Borderlands 1 and 2 and the Xbox Game Pass, which is cool, and also you can pretty much understand the story too. And then Elden Ring, made by From Software, and also we have George R.R. Martin, from the guy who made Game of Thrones, who's involved in this. But here's the thing, guys. I like George R.R. Martin's work, but I'm not really a huge fan of the Dark Souls series. I hate having a stamina meter where it's pretty much just weighs in like how many times you have to hack and slash and dodge and stuff like that. And I'm not really a fan. And I don't know. Change my mind, guys. And also we get to see, like, before we get to the last part of the thing, the real show stealer here was actually Cyberpunk 2077. Yeah, we get a live action trailer, but in the very ending of the live action trailer, we get to see an interesting character appear, and that is actually Johnny, or should I say Keanu Reeves, playing a character named Johnny, and it pretty much blew my mind. And I was expecting, are we going to see Ryan Gosling or Harrison Ford, though? Because, hey, it's Blade Runner or something like that. But no, we got Keanu Reeves. Mind completely blown, and I cannot wait. And he does play a huge key role in this game, and I'm really looking forward to it. And I'm absolutely looking to see what the game's going to be going to. And all I can say is this: from what I heard, that his character is like, he tries to wake you up. We got a city to burn, and from the looks of it, I think you're going to be pretty much causing havoc in the game. And depending on your choices, though, because what I'm really excited though is that it's not coming out this year, which kind of sucks. But they are releasing it in April of next year. And I am excited. And I cannot wait. And I want to pre-order it too, because I hope it does include the samurai jacket, though, which I think it does. And so I can do a review on that, because, oh man, I cannot wait for the game. It looks amazing. And that's the only thing that really did steal the show, though, which was Cyberpunk. And this one, Xbox Scarlet, it's not going to be an 8K. I don't have a 4K TV yet, but from seeing up 8K TVs, it's worth like a lot of money. And what sucks is that it's too soon already. But you know what? I'm cool with it. But it's coming out on holiday 2020, and it does have a launch game coming out at launch when the game comes out, when the Xbox comes out, and that is Halo Infinite. What really disappoints me the most is that Halo is going to be rebooting, and that kind of sucks. We're not going to be continuing the timeline from Halo for Halo 6, which kind of like disappointed me a lot, though. But let's see what it goes from here. And the game looks absolutely amazing. The graphics look great. I don't even know if it's the gameplay. The part where Master Chief wakes up from his sleep. I don't know if it's actually like part of the gameplay and stuff like that. But I really am looking forward to it too. And then we get to see like Cortana being happy being reunited with Master Chief. I don't know if this actually is a continuation to 5, but I don't know. Let's see what happens, because I'm mad that it's a reboot, but at the same time, I'm happy that Halo is still there, but looks like we're not going to continue what Halo 5 was left off, so they kind of pull off a DMC on this one, so let's see how it goes. And I hope the Xbox Scarlet is not going to be expensive as it is, because I'm going to be disappointed. And yeah, that ends Microsoft, and Microsoft was... same thing goes for EA. EA only showed 2 big things that just came out, and that's about it. And this one does had some new stuff that did showed up. There's a few games that I am looking forward to it, but it's so-and-so. For Bethesda, Elder Scrolls Blades, a mobile game which they expand even more, and so-and-so. And I'm not really interested because I don't like mobile games that much. Mobile games is just the perfect excuse to pretty much pay the company even more. And I know mobile games makes a lot of money, but I'm not interested. Fallout 76 finally Todd Howard and the rest of the other developers, and they completely heard you, and they want to at least add in NPCs, a different story, and adding some new segments to the game. And also, they're adding a new battle royale mode, which is the Storm. And I was like, wow, really? You guys are really going for this? And you know what? It's just a laughing stock, and it does manage to at least please Fallout fans and Bethesda fans without a doubt. And I was like, oh god. And yeah, and then also Shinji Mikami, the guy who made The Evil Within, I thought he was going to show off The Evil Within 3. No, he doesn't. He shows off a new game that he's making, but what sucks is that we don't get anything. I mean anything, or any gameplay trailer. We only see snippets of, like, pretty much the world being Thanos, and we get to see, like, weird ghost samurais, ghost ninjas, and a bunch of weird paranormal stuff. And from the looks of it, it does look interesting, though, but if in order to get my interest, you got to show me gameplay to see how the way it looks like. And I want to see how the game is going to be, though, because I don't know if it's going to be reminiscent of, let's just say, Silent Hills, or maybe at least Evil Within, which kind of sucks that we're not going to get a continuation of the game, though. But I think with this game, I think Shinji Mikami is actually going to be focusing on the Evil Within 3, though, because Evil Within 2, it was an improvement, but it didn't sell as much as the first one, so it kind of sucks. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it too. So, and then this one's the laughing stock, Commander Keen. Back in the day, Commander Keen was a really fun platformer, but now they turned it into a mobile garbage, and I saw the dislikes, and it's worse than I even expected, and I was shocked. And that's about it. Commander Keen. Rage 2 does manage to get new stuff coming in, new modes, new crazy stuff to explode, to do many other things. I was going to buy the game, but I was like, nah, I'll skip it. I'd rather save my money and pretty much just focus on other games. I'm currently playing Kingdom Hearts 3, and I love that game. But Rage 2, they're going to be adding some more stuff to make the game a lot more better, so amazing. And also, we get a new Wolfenstein game coming out too. 2 of them, actually. Cyberpilot, which is a VR game, and we get to do some crazy stuff while, like, doing in VR and stuff. And we get to have a new let's just say Wolfenstein 2.5, which is actually the next thing, Youngblood, which you get to play as the twin daughters of BJ Blazkowicz. And it looks really cool, and from the looks of it, it does manage to at least get my attention. But what sucks is I never got my hands to play Wolfenstein 1 or Wolfenstein 2, which I heard Wolfenstein 2 was a huge improvement, though, even though it has focused a lot on the story, which is absolutely cool, though. But here it sets up Wolfenstein 3, and I'm looking forward to it, though. So let's see if Machine Guns manages to deliver on that one. And then also we got Deathloop, which looks interesting, but we don't get any gameplay, so that's about it. Orion, which pretty much is kind of like pulling off a bit of a Xbox Game Pass, which you get to play like games for a lower price and stuff like that, and you get to stream it anywhere. It's kind of weird, and it's so. But the real show stealer and the way to end Bethesda in a very good way, but not in a positive way, but in a much more good way, was Doom Eternal. I cannot wait. And it's releasing in a couple of months, and I'm excited. And there's heaven and hell involved. Much more this time, heaven's involved, which is kind of shocking too. And we see snippets of how the way heaven looks like, and we get to see like other things happening too. And then also we get a new mode that is coming to this game, which you're playing as the Doom guy, and then you're getting slayed by 2 giant demons, and then other ones that are coming in to pretty much kill you. And it's a really cool deathmatch game, and I am intrigued, and I can't wait to get my hands on this game. And what sucks is that I rented the game, I did finish it, but right now I know a place where they sell it at a very cheap price. A physical copy. I don't want to buy a digital copy because I am old school and I like buying physical copies. I was going to show you a game here, though, but it's not related to this, though. And Doom Eternal, please let it be good, because Bethesda lately has been choking, especially with Rage 2 and Fallout 76. I know they want to make it better with both those games, but at the same time, Doom Eternal looks like it's going to be like the biggest game, though. And I cannot wait, though. And yeah, that's all of it for Bethesda. And I give Bethesda like a solid 6 out of 10, maybe 5. So 6 out of 10 would be decent enough. So because all thanks to Doom Eternal, and I cannot wait for it, man. Ubisoft did start off very strongly. This is actually, we got ourselves the third game in the series, which was Watch Dogs Legion. And from the looks of it, you're not going to be just playing one character, but you're going to be playing many other ones. You're going to be playing a grandma, which is ridiculous though, and you're going to be playing different characters though, and many other characters that you recruits. And what's so amazing though is that London, the map of London looks really cool. Depressing though to see how much, let's just say, Bloom has taken over, and then your DedSec members trying to at least prevent Bloom from taking over everything. And let's just say London has pretty much just taken over by everything, and you're bringing in a resistance to take down Bloom as much as you can. And I cannot wait though, because it's amazing. But what sucks is you don't play just one character, but you play as a lot of characters, which is interesting though. What I'm really shocked is that, let's see how this goes, because it's not focusing on one character but many other ones, especially a 7-year-old grandma. But you got to be careful, because there's permadeath. You kill off that character, the character's gone for good. So make sure your grandma is fine. Everybody else that you recruited turns out to be fine. Don't kill them off as fast as you can. So just make sure not to mess up too. So it does really off starringly though. But then later on we get another thing that happens too. Ghost Recon Breakpoints, which John Bernthal announces the game. And the game looks really interesting though. And I saw a little bit of snippets of the gameplay though. Looks amazing though, but it ain't seem to get my attention though. But it looks like a great game, but it's so and so. And also we get to see another Tom Clancy game, which is Tom Clancy's Quarantine. And it looks great, but Rainbow Six Quarantine actually though. It looks great though, but we only saw a snippet of what really happens, and that's about it. And that's what Ubisoft is working on. What really did concern me is that they're making another Assassin's Creed game, really, but no, it was actually a Symphony that just started everything, which is cool though. And I'm happy that Ubisoft is taking a break from the Assassin's Creed franchise, and I hope we go back to medieval Japan, which I am looking forward to, and I hope that happens. And also we got Tom Clancy's Elite Squad, which I'm kind of sad that we didn't get ourselves a new Splinter Cell game announced, but we get to see Sam Fisher being played as a mobile character, which kind of sucks, and I'm upset though, and we don't get much of it. And it just, let's just say it's a slap to the face to Splinter Cell fans. And Splinter Cell was MIA too, which really disappointed me. And that's about it too. And also we got what else do I have here? You can play. Yeah, it's another. They pull up another Xbox Game Pass and another Orion Game Pass. This is a Game Pass where you get to play any Ubisoft game for a lower price and stuff like that. You can stream it anywhere, and it looks interesting though. But I played a lot of Ubisoft games, and they're fun and all, but I'm good. Also, we got a new game coming out too, which is Roller Champions, which it's roller derby, but let's just say a bit of Rocket League twist and stuff like that. You catch a ball, you run in circles, you defend as much as you can, and you just the more you make circles, the more scores you get. And it looks amazing though, but it copies a little bit like Rocket League though, but it looks intriguing though. But then after that, Ubisoft just abruptly ends like that. We didn't get anything because games were MIA though. Skull and Bones, I heard that the game is still happening, but it's been delayed once again, and it's going to be coming out in 2020. So, well, I hope they're working really hard on the game, and I hope the game looks amazing, and it manages to at least become the best pirate game and best pirate game ever made. So I hope it does manage to do that too. Beyond Good and Evil 2 was MIA too, but they did show up at E3 just to let everybody know, small details of the game. It's still in development, but rumor has it, I think we're gonna get it maybe late 2020 when the next gen comes out too, for PS5 and for Xbox Scarlet. So yeah, okay. And also no Splinter Cell game, which kind of sucks though. They were making rumors that we're gonna get a new Splinter Cell game, but we got nothing. We haven't had a new Splinter Cell game since 2013, and that's a long time ago, because Blacklist was an amazing game, but what sucks is that it did not sell very well, which kind of sucks. And to me, it was one of my favorite games in the series, too. Even though I never played Chaos Theory, which I heard it was the best game in the series, so it kind of sucks. So, yeah. As for Ubisoft, 6 out of 10. Also, we got Square Enix, which here I was like, okay, Square Enix, Ubisoft was decent. Bethesda was decent. Well, average at best. Xbox was also a bit decent, and also EA was meh. Let's see what you guys got, and they completely delivered because last year's E3 for Square Enix was terrible and really bad. This one, it manages to shut everyone up with Final Fantasy VII, and my God, it looks amazing. And this game has been quiet for quite some time, and it looks like it's going to be one of Square Enix's biggest game and the most sold in the series. And what kind of sucks is that Final Fantasy VIII was going to do that same treatment, but they're going to be remastering it, but not remaking it. But from the looks of it, too, Final Fantasy VII, it looks like it's going to be an amazing game, and it does follow some concept of the Final Fantasy 15 combat, and a little bit of like the combat from some other games from Kingdom Hearts 3 and Kingdom Hearts 2, and it looks to be intriguing, though, and I'm actually am looking forward to it, too. But what I'm really a bit, let's just say, concern is that are they going to release it episodic too? Because they say that this game is going to be really having a 120 gigabyte RAM, which you can pretty much just like you can only, let's just say you download it. There's 120 gigabytes, and then after that, it just sets up like the next chapter of Final Fantasy VII, which is chapter 2, which happens after. I don't know much about the Final Fantasy VII lore, but I know that it's the best game in the series, right next to 6, and also a little bit of 10 and 15. Let's just see how it is, because the game looks beautiful, and I really wish I can own a PS4 so I can try it out, though. And that is as much as I can say, though. And yeah, Final Fantasy VII, I hope it's good. They do show off Life is Strange 2, which kind of got a little bit overlooked by some fans because they were so happy about Final Fantasy VII finally getting a release date, which is in April or in March, I think that's going to be coming out, and I am really excited for it too. And and then also we got The Last Remnant getting a remaster, which is pretty interesting and cool. A new Dragon Quest game that's also coming out too. Dragon Quest, I think it's 21 or 11, I think. I don't know. I'm not really a huge Dragon Quest fan, but for Dragon Quest fans, okay, awesome. Kingdom Hearts 3 is also getting DLC, and it's going to be called Rewind. I just recently bought the game, and the game is absolutely amazing. I do love it, though. I'm going to review it as soon as I can, though. And I'm looking forward to the DLC, though. But let's see how it is, because let's just say Kingdom Hearts 3, it kind of felt like the final chapter, but it's actually not. So they're going to continue more of like what really happens. And then also, Final Fantasy 14 is also getting a new DLC coming out too, an expansion to see what goes from there. And that's about it too. And then also we have Romancing Saga and Saga Scarlet's Grace, which looks like it's like original games that have been in the past, which is getting a re-release, which is cool. And then we got Final Fantasy Final Fantasy VIII remake that's also remastered, that is actually happening. And then the biggest one that really does steal the show for me, in my opinion, and right next to Final Fantasy VII, is a new Avengers game that they've been really quiet ever since the announcement of January 2017, which was the Avengers game made by Crystal Dynamics in association with Eidos Montreal. And wow, it's absolutely amazing. But some of the fan base is completely divided for 3 reasons. 1, they're not a huge fan of the graphics. Here's the thing. I don't care about the graphics as long as the game is really amazing, though. And 2, we don't get much of the gameplay, though. Even though in the trailer you get to see snippets of the gameplay, though, but you don't get to see what really happens, though, which I am also part of that too. I'm a little mad that I didn't show much gameplay of it, though. And then 3, fans are mad that why isn't Robert Downey Jr. involved? Why isn't Chris Evans involved? Why isn't Chris Hemsworth involved? Scarlett Johansson, Mark Ruffalo? Why are they not involved? And I was like, you know what, guys? Just shut your mouth and just pretty much appreciate that we already got ourselves an Avengers game instead of a mobile game, which Marvel has been relying to the last few years, and while DC is kicking their butt lately, too, in the video game section. And believe it or not, Marvel is actually making a comeback, too, especially with the Spider-Man game. And in this one, I hope this manages to change everybody's mind, and I hope this manages to at least becomes better, because I've seen the cast, though. Travis Willingham voicing Thor, Nolan North voicing Iron Man, who else? Troy Baker voicing Bruce Banner, the Hulk. What's her name? Laura Bailey voicing Scarlett Johansson, Black Widow, and then Travis Willingham voicing Thor. I think I did mention that too. And then we also got, I don't know much about his work, but Jeff Stein, voicing Captain America. I don't know much about his work though, but it's a great cast though, and I really am looking forward to it too. And then also we get to see a snippet of another Avenger being involved too, which is Ant-Man, but not Scott Lang Ant-Man, but Hank Pym, which is pretty cool though. But I think from the looks of it, I think it looks like it's an aged Hank Pym. And we don't see much. And by the way, what's really sad too is that Hawkeye is not involved in this, because Hawkeye is also an original Avenger, and who knows if we're going to be getting him soon. So let's see about that too. And then guys, just calm down. Let's just hope that this game's going to be delivering though, because what I'm actually excited though is that it's coming out a couple of days before my birthday, and I am absolutely looking forward to it. And fingers crossed, I hope it's good, because Spider-Man PS4 was an amazing game, and I hope this one does deliver too, because this Avengers game looks like it's going to be amazing though. And as for Square Enix though, I give them like a 8 out of 10. They delivered without a doubt with Final Fantasy VII, Avengers, and many other games that they were releasing for the RPG saga, which looks amazing though. But that's the only people that nailed it though. But at least we get ourselves a new Nintendo manages to do their own press conference though, but they only do it like not in person, but like how they originally do it though. So let's end this fast, because from looks of it, I just recorded like at least 35 minutes of my content here too. Super Smash Brothers is getting a new character now, which is a hero from Dragon Quest, which looks pretty cool. Dragon Quest is getting another game, and that looks amazing though. And then also the new guy who is now involved too, whose last name is Bowser, which I thought it was adorable though. Bowser's like, oh, I'm in charge of the new conference here. Nope, it's another Bowser guy, and Doug Bowser is his name. And it looks cool though. Luigi's Mansion 3 looks amazing, and I cannot wait for it though, which sucks that I don't have a Switch. And I was expecting another thing too, which we'll get to in a little bit though. The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening looks like to be a really good and promising game, and it's coming out in a couple of months, which is pretty much exciting though for some Link's Awakening fans though, because I know that for some fans this is actually one of their favorite games of all time, beating Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, and also A Link to the Past. But this one's actually one of everybody's favorite games of all time. And then also, which is coming out on September 20 though, which it looks amazing though. Witcher game is getting a Switch game, which looks a little bit, Fire Emblem Three Houses, which is coming out next month, looks pretty interesting though, but I'm not into it. And then also Resident Evil is coming out for the Switch. Resident Evil 0, 1, 4, 5, and 6. Not 2 and 3, which I'm a bit shocked though. And I was like, okay, which does look interesting though. But what sucks is that we didn't actually get an announcement for Resident Evil 3 Remake, which kind of sucks though, which is MIA. And that's about it. And No More Heroes 3 has been confirmed, even though we got Travis Strikes Again, which is No More Heroes 2.5. Here, now we finally got ourselves a sequel for No More Heroes, which is a long time coming, though, which pretty much excited a lot of No More Hero fans, like Gerard Khalil, who was the completionist, and many other fans, which looks pretty cool. Contra, Rogue Corps, Konami. Really? Is this what you're gonna give us for Contra? And it looks really dumb, but at least we got a Contra game coming out. And then we got a Contra Anniversary Collection, which has nearly every single game in the series except Contra 4 from the DS. We have also Demon X Machina, which looks pretty interesting though. Looks like a really cool game. And then this one caught me by surprise. We never heard from this franchise from Sega, and it's back. Panzer Dragoon makes a comeback, and it excited a lot of fans, though. It's kind of like Star Fox, but you're riding a dragon, you're spitting out fire, you're taking down other dragons and other rival stuff, which looks amazing, though. And, yeah, it looks really interesting, and I cannot wait for that. Pokemon Sword and Shield, we get to see more stuff about the game, and it looks amazing. And I haven't played a Pokemon game in quite some time, but maybe soon. Maybe. Astral Chain Platinum Games next new game looks pretty interesting though, but I know it's going to be having like, the anime stuff, which everybody's going to be happy about. And that's about it too. Astral Chain looks like it's going to be an interesting game. Marvel's Ultimate Alliance, we already got ourselves some new characters coming in. A lady who was a bit of a gunslinger, Ghost Rider, and also we have new villains like MODOK, Hela, Searcher, and what was the other characters' names? there was many new villains that got introduced, and it looks amazing though, and I'm actually looking forward to it too. And then also they're going to add an expansion to the game too, which is Marvel's Knights, the X-Men, and the Fantastic Four, which I'm actually intrigued though, because people were saying, where's the Fantastic Four? We're going to get them as DLC, so be prepared, Ultimate Alliance fans, because the game is actually coming out in a couple of months. Actually, I think it's next month or August. I can't remember though. Then also Candace of Hyrule, which is like a bit of a musical for the Legend of Zelda series, which looks interesting though. And yeah, also we have a return of the Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. This time it's Mario and Sonic at the Tokyo Games 2020. Looks really interesting though. Sonic surfing. You get to see some retro stuff happening though. And yeah, I'm actually happy that it's back though, because it kind of sucks that we never got a Mario and Sonic at the Pachinko Games, which happened over there in China. We never got that though, but Sega did got the license to do the Tokyo Games, and it looks interesting. And I am looking forward to it because I really did like Mario and Sonic at the Rio Games, which was absolutely an amazing game. And I hope this one does deliver too. Even though we get to see a hint of Sonic's soap shoes, which means Sonic Adventure 3, maybe? And we got also Animal Crossing getting a confirmed date, which is March 20, 2020, which I'm cool with it. I did play some snippets of the game, should I say small snippets, small parts of the game, and it looks fun and interesting, and it's absolutely one of the most interesting games that I've seen by far, and I am looking forward to it too. Also, we got games coming up for the Switch, which is Super Mario Maker 2, which absolutely looks amazing. And I cannot wait for that game, though. But what sucks, I don't have a Switch. And then the biggest things that happened for Nintendo was Banjo-Kazooie has been confirmed for Smash, which means Microsoft and Nintendo are pretty much selling the deal, though. And it shows now, because Cuphead was the very first game that got, which was Microsoft and Nintendo's deal. And then now we have Banjo-Kazooie now involved in Smash, which pretty much excited fans. And that trailer that really shows off the rivals with everybody, and then it shows off King K. Rool wanting to fight against Banjo-Kazooie. It was amazing though, and it really has a really cool Ultimate Smash move, and I cannot wait though. Banjo-Kazooie is a dream come true, but what sucks is I know that Waluigi fans are going to be very disappointed because he's still not confirmed yet. We still got 2 characters left to be announced for DLC, so even though the Dragon Quest character, I'm a little iffy on it, but prove me wrong to see how the character is going to be, though, because some of your friends are going to be involved in it, too. And then the last thing that they announced, too, was, sorry, my battery's dying. A new sequel for Breath of the Wild has been confirmed, and it's in development. And from the looks of it, Ganondorf, or should I say Ganon, is now coming back from the dead. And from the looks of it, he ain't happy, and he's going to pretty much bring Hyrule and the castle up in the sky, which may be space. And I'm looking forward to it though, because are we gonna see an old man Ganondorf? Because we got costumes of to make Ganondorf like a very old man and stuff like that, and we get to make Link like an Omega God. Let's see how it goes, because it looks like it's gonna be an amazing game though. But I am predicting the game's not gonna come out till probably 2020 or 2021, because I know Nintendo takes their sweet time, unlike Square Enix with their games. I know it's gonna come out around that day too. And then also, games that were MIA in Nintendo's press conference was Bayonetta 3, we got nothing. But they did manage to confirm that it's still in development. Donkey Kong Country 3 from Retro Studios, we got nothing yet. I want to see King K. Rool make a comeback, so it sucks though. Nothing from Metroid Prime 4, which I heard that they're starting from scratch again. And maybe I think we're going to be seeing it at Gamescom or somewhere in a couple of months. Or maybe at the Video Game Awards. No F-Zero, which kind of sucks. No Earthbound game on Earthbound 4 or Mother 3 being announced for the Switch. And also, no Mario Kart 9, which shocked me. And yeah, that's about it. From Nintendo, I'll also give it a 8 out of 10. Square Enix, Nintendo were the ones that delivered. Microsoft, Bethesda, and EA were the ones that stumbled. EA was actually the worst ones, but Microsoft and Square Enix, not Microsoft and Square Enix, Microsoft, Ubisoft, and Bethesda really did manage to just go down a little bit. Even though they had a few surprises, though, that just came out, too. And, yeah, that's about it. And, man, I'm already, 45 minutes clocked into this. So, yeah, that's my impressions, though. But I will do another announcement, too, in the next couple of days. And you guys will kind of figure out, too, that this was a bit of an announcement, too. This is it for me. That's the end of the video. I will put in my top games of E3 of 2019, and the ones that I'm looking forward to playing as soon as possible. Even though I only play like 3 of them that got announced. I'm not as big as everybody, so go easy on me, guys. So I'll be seeing you guys next time with the next video, guys. Take care, everyone.